Top 100 Scary SCPs.
Item number SCP-2774. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. All instances of SCP-2774 are to be destroyed upon recovery. White color A03G32 has been set to monitor and scan all forms of online visual media for SCP-2774 and alert recovery teams upon detection. Teams are assigned to monitor internet and live television for SCP-2774. If detected, recovery teams are to be dispatched immediately. Any personnel who are exposed to an instance of SCP-2774 for more than 5 seconds are to be issued Class C amnestics and temporarily relocated to Site 116. Due to the nature of SCP-2774, it is recommended that researchers assigned to SCP-2774 have some form of deuteranopia. Subjects will be contained in Euclid-level humanoid containment cells as of October 15, 2010. Subjects are not to have social interaction of any kind. In addition, subjects must not leave their cells until further notice. Description: SCP-2774 is any medium which contains SCP-2774-A. SCP-2774 is a mimetic image of an unknown humanoid entity, presumably wearing a sloth costume. Effects of viewing SCP-2774 set in between 40 to 100 IOs after exposure to SCP-2774-A. Those affected will begin to lose the ability to use cognitive functions or make high-level decisions, except for a period lasting around 150 seconds every 24 hours. This period occurs randomly. SCP-2774 manifests itself in various forms of non-live media, including movies, television, magazines, and in some cases personally recorded videos or pictures. SCP-2774 is typically located in the background of whatever media it appears in. To date, there have been no instances of SCP-2774 on the Internet. A single incident in northern Canada where SCP-2774 appeared on live local television resulted in the relocation of over 4,000 people to Site 116. The image only retains its anomalous properties if the image contains hues of red or green. Therefore, those with deuteranopia or other forms of colourblindness are not affected by SCP-2774. SCP-2774 is believed to possess mimetic properties that are enhanced based on the number of people it affects. Manifestations of SCP-2774 appear to become more frequent as the number of living victims increases. After the implementation of Protocol XXJ9, reports of manifestation dropped significantly. Tests show that, including the colourblind, SCP-2774 does not affect the majority of people who view it. It is estimated that under 40% of those exposed to SCP-2774 are actually affected. This percentage is also directly affected by the number of living SCP-2774 victims. When subject to SCP-2774's effect, victims appear to move normally based on muscle memory, albeit with slow reaction times. They are very passive and compliant with personnel, willing to answer basic questions and follow commands, though they display a lack of emotion. While they appear conscious, victims cannot control their actions in any way during this time. Victims, upon entering the 150 seconds of lucidity, are often highly agitated and fearful. Victims may act irrationally while lucid. Those affected report complete memory of time spent without cognitive function but no ability to comprehend their actions or affect them in any way. Upon initial realization of regained cognitive abilities, most express dread upon realizing the permanence of their situation. In numerous instances, those affected by SCP-2774 report observing SCP-2774 while their body is acting autonomously. Perception of reality appears to be lost during that time. Subjects are to be considered unstable when conscious and are not to be approached at any time. The following logs are conversations between Dr. Clara Chung and subjects who are in a lucid state. Dr. Chung conducted the following interview with Subject 0866 David on June 11, 2010 upon confirming lucidity.
Hello, David. If you help answer a few questions, we can come closer to fixing you. Are you ready?
I don't know. Just hurry.
Hello, David. If you help answer a few questions, we can come closer to fixing you. Are you ready?
I don't know. Just hurry.
Since we have limited time, could you tell us what exactly you experience when you're not in control?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's like this. It's like you're being driven around and you're in the passenger seat, right? Except your arms and legs are strapped down so that you can't move. You can't feel anything in your body either. The worst part about it is that you can't hold a thought for more than 5 seconds. It's fucking hell.
Are you all right? We can continue tomorrow if you'd like.
It's fine. I just want to enjoy being able to control myself a bit before I lose it. Well, when you're stuck there in your own head, you just want to scream, but you can't. You can try for hours and hours. Move an arm, a leg, make a sound. It won't happen. You can't even control when you breathe. And then the hallucinations, the sloth, it's watching us. I can't face him again, I just can't. Don't take this personally, please. I'm sorry.
Following this interview, the clock in the Site 116 interview room has been removed. Dr. Clara Chung conducted the following interview with subject 7444 Claire on October 1st, 2010 upon confirming lucidity. Begin log.
Are you going to kill us?
No, we are going to help you. Now we have a few...
If you want to help us, please. Just kill us. It's the only way to stop it. There's just no point anymore.
Stop what?
The sloth. I don't know what it is. The first few days that you're stuck, it only shows up maybe once, 2, 3 times. Shit, I don't know, okay? But after a week or so, you see it everywhere. Nowhere is safe. In the corner of my eye, it's just staring. I don't know.
Subject 7444 loses composure.
Please, could you continue on about this sloth?
If I do, it's going to punish me for this. The sloth never talks, never says a word. I feel like I need to be it. I need to act like it so that it will leave me alone. Everyone knows it wants us to help. It knows if we don't too. It can see us, even when I'm awake. I can see it watching us right now. Right behind you, he's just sitting there looking right at me. When I sleep, it makes me keep my eyes open sometimes. We can't control our bodies when we're like that, but it can. I just watch it. It stares at me all night, and then it starts to scream at me, and I can't cry or yell for help or...
At this point in time, subject 7444 becomes unresponsive, collapsing onto the desk.
Claire, are you all right? Medical, we need assistance.
Medical teams rush into the room. It was determined to be returned to previous cognitive state. Approximately 4 hours after the interview, Dr. Chung filed for immediate termination of subject 7444. This request was approved on October 4th. Dr. Clara Chung conducted the following interview with subject 9225 Jason on October 5th upon confirming lucidity. Begin log.
Hello, Jason. The more we learn, the sooner we can fix you and everyone else. We don't have much time. Could you please answer the following questions?
Subject 9225 nods quickly.
Great. Now, others have mentioned hallucinations while incapacitated. Can you tell us what kind of hallucinations you experience?
Yeah, it's like... There's everyone, okay? And they're walking around like zombies, like I do. I see the sloth, the thing in the sloth costume. It walks around and it controls people. Small things like basic tasks, you know. It's testing what it can do. I don't know if it's a hallucination.
What kind of things does it make you do?
Okay. Well, it usually it controls us, but it's been happening more and more. Every time more people come here, it makes us do more. I think that soon it can make us do a lot more. In the beginning, it would just do things like moving an arm or a leg or something like that. The last time it made us fight, remember that a few days ago? That was the thing doing it. I could see it twisting them. It's been changing too, but becoming darker, more solid. Like after the time that...
Subject 9225 jerks his head back. Dr. Chan jumps back in her chair as subject 9225 convulses and security rushes into the room. Subject 9225 looks back to Dr. Chung with a blank expression. Following this interview, additional security was prescribed to Site 116, as well as a letter to the Ethics Committee requesting implementation of Procedure XXJ9. The request was accepted 2 days after it was sent. See Addendum Alpha.
Addendum, Procedure XXJ9. Following the recorded interview log 0032, my team and I have drafted Protocol XXJ9 in order to help contain SCP 2774A. We will begin by pruning the current population of Site 116 from approximately 6,400 subjects to 200 by this time next month. Termination will be carried out by Site 116 staff by method of lethal injection. Schedules for termination will be sent to all personnel. In addition to this, task forces in charge of controlling SCP-2774 off-site have been instructed to terminate anyone exposed instead of transporting them here. This procedure has been approved by the necessary parties and will begin within the week. If you're on site and reading this, you're probably going to have to take part in this. Class A amnestics will be available after your duties are done, if you so choose. Keep in mind the state of suffering these people are in. This is as much for their benefit as it is ours. Signed, Dr. Clara Chong.
Culling the hood, trimming the fat, thinning their numbers. A wise man once said the death of one is a tragedy. The death of 1,000,000 is a statistic. If we're being honest, sometimes I think the Foundation leaves these things to linger far too long. The GOC, though a bit more narrow-minded, does have a record of less anomalous bullshit coming back to bite them in arse, since they pretty much leave nothing but ashes in their wake. Comment flash fire if you made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and stay tuned. See you later. Bye.